So I got my friend here, George Dagher of Dagher Strength, and we just wanted to do a small little video on the deep squat. I wanted to get George's take, who has a very good squat, on how a deep squat can benefit our lives as a whole. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think it makes sense. Deep squatting and why it's good. Is there a reason why someone should avoid the deep squat?
If you have a body and you have joints, you should practice towards attaining the deep squat.
Okay.
Period. Because I'm sure people are talking about hips, people are talking about ankles, people are talking about do I have the right structure or whatnot. And it's a whole lot of great research and applicable in a certain context. However, what I'd like to pull back and allow everyone to think in the big picture of things is in China or in Africa. I went to Uganda a few years ago. I don't think I'm going to x-ray or analyze or hip scour someone's hips to tell them whether they can deep squat or not. We adapt to stress. So if I were to curl a dumbbell, one day I curl, let myself rest. Next day I curl, let myself rest. And I'm gonna get strong. Now if I just curl like this, I'm gonna get strong in this range of motion.
So getting strong in all full range of motion.
Exactly, you curl like this, you're gonna get strong in a whole new range of motion, which is available to you. It's just a matter of have you been using it, right? And a lot of times, just our environment. You go in your car, you sit down at 90. You go to work, you sit down at 90. You're studying, you sit down at 90. You take a shit, you sit down at 90. And probably 90% of your shit's still stuck in your stomach because you're sitting at 90. Meanwhile, if you want the quickest and most efficient way of getting that poop down into the ground efficiently and quickly, it's in that deep squat position. It aligns everything. But a lot of people don't think about it like that.
I think for once we're getting it right in terms of people are starting to understand that you can't be married to one movement, just like you can't be married to one type of diet. You need to be able to adapt. You need to be able to prepare your body for the times where it will be put out of that, that mechanical position that everyone's used to, right? So I mean, I know a lot of people, they may squat with 90 on the bar, but the second that they get below 90, they're just not used to that range of motion, and that's when they end up hurting themselves. And then people start tying the deep squat in with injuries, but it's just that they hadn't progressed in a way that allowed them to hold the deep squat and not hurt, right? I think it all comes down to, as well as in terms of being comfortable. I know for myself, when I'm in class, I know that if I was to get up and just get like this during class, I know people would look at me a little funny. And I think society has kind of made us more prone to either sitting or standing.
Dude, if you saw me in class, I'd be at the front row deep squat.
And I'm starting to do that. I'm starting to not get embarrassed. But sometimes I even get people saying, hey, why do you always stand up in between breaks? Almost like as if it's a weird thing, right?
Even for longevity, I mean, you're talking about a holistic approach to life. The deep squat is going to prepare each one of the joints as you age. I mean, I look at my grandfather and his ability to walk upstairs. And as you get older, you notice that people have all these things that they grab onto as they go upstairs, as they sit down in the washroom, whatever it is, because they're afraid of falling, right? But if you can deep squat, don't you think your feet are gonna feel different? You're gonna get more proprioceptive feedback from the ground. And if you don't agree with more than different, because as I stand, it's gonna be different than this, it's gonna be different than this, it's gonna be different than this. I'm gonna feel the weight being distributed along my foot differently, along each and every part of that motion, which if I feel it differently, then my muscles, all the small guys, the big guys, everywhere is gonna respond differently, which is gonna prepare each and every one of my joints it's gonna give them a longer life.
In terms of joint health, getting a little sidetracked here, what are your opinions on oil massage?
Basically, my grandmother She does it. I wasn't really aware of it. My grandmother does it. She says it works well. And if there's one thing I know about older individuals, wiser individuals, however you want to refer as the aging population, they don't do something if it doesn't work.
Exactly. And I'm glad you said that because I put a post out on the benefits of an oil massage. So I'm happy that you said that. So anyways, we've gone on a tangent. That's all we really wanted to talk about. I wanted to bring in another ringer, this time talking about the deep squat position. So keep deep squatting, and is there anywhere the guys out there that are watching this can find you?
If you want a bit of daily inspiration, you can follow me on my Instagram account at Dagher Strength, DAGHER Strength. I also have a website, www.dagherstrength.com, and I'm sure Mark will link all that fun stuff in the show notes or video.
And if the video is very unorganized or the sound isn't that great, just keep in mind we are shooting on a whim right now, and we are just hoping that it goes well. We're in a very dark room right now, but we're hoping it all goes well. But yeah, we'll see you on the next video.